Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Gouda GP podcast. I'm Billy, and I'm joined by Bradley.
Hello, how are you, man?
I'm good, man. How's it going?
Yeah, good. Excited to have F1 back at last.
Summer break is over, and we have some talking points before we even get to the Dutch Grand Prix, which is going to be the main meat and potatoes for this podcast. But was it yesterday? Yesterday for us, maybe 2 days ago, I don't remember now. We had the announcement from Cadillac, a double driver announcement of Sergio Perez and Valtteri Bottas. Bradley, what did you think of this announcement?
Extremely boring. I'm gonna be honest. My nan could have been the person. I said man, but my nan could have been the woman making the decisions, and she would have come out with this lineup. It is
Mm,
boring. It's probably the safe bet, which is what they've done. They've not gone for any risks.
mm,
Um, if you're someone who's supporting Cadillac or someone who wants to see them do well, it's probably a good decision. If you're someone who doesn't particularly care, and um, if you're someone who doesn't particularly care and you just want to see exciting lineups, it's not the best news. But there we go.
Yeah, I mean, I completely agree. It was a very boring decision, but looking in terms of future proofing, I think this is probably the best choice for them. I think this sets them up best for the future because you've got two drivers who have won constructors' titles with top teams, and particularly recently as well. Maybe, well, I always say 2021 when I talk about these two because they were the number two drivers in those years. They might be for 22 as well, to be fair, but I just focus on 21. I don't
22
remember now.
Russell was in the car, so
Russell's in the car for 22. Okay, there
yeah.
you go, 21. I was
And
right
Merc
to
was
just say
naff.
20. Yeah. Yeah, it was tough being a Merc fan. Well, Lewis Hamilton
As a
fan.
guy wearing a Ferrari hat and a Ferrari
I'm a
top,
Lewis
yeah.
Hamilton fan. It was tough, all
Mm,
right?
yeah, right,
It
right.
was tough. There's a 44. Anyway.
Eighteen,
But
better. Doing better in
wait,
comparison to their teammates. And Stroll has a harder teammate, so
harder in what way? That's crazy from you. Anyway, let's move swiftly on. Let's move
harder is it
swiftly
more difficult to
on.
beat, obviously.
I'm just kidding.
Alonso's
I'm just
getting
kidding.
old. He's gonna, need to start taking some blue pills.
God. And with that
You
mental
started
image
that,
all
so
scarred in
that's
our
on
head, I
you.
wish I didn't. I wish I didn't. Let's move swiftly on. Gosh, children, listen to this podcast, Bradley. Anyway,
A bit of a
another
weird conversation
surprising
started to
point.
immediately go towards children.
Let's move on. Another surprising bit of news from the summer break is that Franco Colapinto didn't get replaced. I think everybody had it on their bingo card that he was not making it to the Dutch Grand Prix, but he is here, barring he doesn't get replaced on the Thursday before. I mean, I think as shocked as anyone. I was expecting one move. I think maybe with Bottas and Cadillac announcing their deal, maybe that stopped Bottas possibly going to Alpine for the rest of the season, possibly. Um, but yeah, I think Bottas was probably probably like the lead contender for that seat, really. And then there was a Paul Aaron shout going in, but no movement from Alpine. This is the longest second driver they've had this year.
More of a whisper rather than a shout, I'd argue, with the Paul Aaron situation. I mean, I didn't feel
I
like
don't
there was
know.
a chance of
I
him
heard
getting
a
in the
couple of
car.
murmurings. I heard a couple.
Well, I would just like to announce that actually Franco Colapinto is being replaced and I'm taking the Alpine seat because, I can't exactly do much worse. Um, I mean, we'd be on the same points, is all I'd say.
I mean, yeah, I wouldn't have to step foot in the car and I'd be on the same points. So,
Exactly. I'm just as good as Franco Colapinto at driving that Alpine, so make of that what you will.
and with that, there's your little prelude to today's podcast. We're actually discussing the Dutch Grand Prix today. We have our predictions ready. I'm so excited to get back into this this podcast style. I've missed doing predictions. Going into the rest of the season, I am in the lead with 47 points. And Bradley's only 2 behind with 45. So it is still all to play for going into the last 10 rounds. And I'm going to let Bradley start with his shock Q1 exit for Zandvoort.
Well, this all hinges on a certain someone not being replaced on the Thursday before. So my shock Q1 exit is Franco Colapinto. I mean, he made it to Q2 last week, so therefore is applicable to be chosen. I say last week, last race. Look, just deal with it. But look, he's available to be chosen, so I'm making a smart play, like, captaining Salah against Burnley. The nice, safe, easy option that should get me points. It probably won't, and, just like Salah blanking until the 90th minute, he might, I don't know, scrape in P15 or just fall inside in P16, and it will be like edge of the seat stuff. But I'm trying to make a play to get some points here, so that's why I've gone for Franco Colapinto.
I'm also banking on the fact that he doesn't get replaced in the next 2 days. I've also gone for Franco Colapinto. Just looking at the list from last race and then this race, I was like, Franco Colapinto seemed like the easy choice. And yeah, I feel like maybe with Hungary wasn't great for him, and then he had that issue in the testing day, and I just have a feeling he might come into this race with a bit of low confidence and needing to kind of get himself back up there, but I don't think he'll be finding it in qualifying, and I think he'll be out in Q1.
Fair enough. I mean,
So
yeah, no.
yeah.
I mean, if for anyone wondering, anyone listening at home, Esteban Ocon did get knocked out in Q1 last race, so that is why Billy has not chosen him for this week.
Yeah, I looked on the list and went, oh, damn it. Who am I going to pick now? Oh.
There we go.
Anyway, from bottom of the barrel to the top, let's go on to pole position. Bradley, I'm going to let you start again for this
Oh,
one.
okay, here we go. Me
Yeah.
first. Okay,
Yeah.
well, this man comes into the summer break, I'd argue, probably the most informed driver at the minute.
Mm.
Um, I'm not expecting anything really to have changed car performance-wise, so I'm still expecting it to be a pretty clear fight between the two McLarens for Saturday and Sunday.
Mm.
But last year, this driver did really, really well around this track. Got pole. Obviously, lost it at the start, like he likes to do when he gets pole. Um, but from there, overtook Max cleanly, didn't drive into him, and then just pulled away into the distance. And so I've gone for Lando Norris to get pole position here for the Dutch Grand Prix. It's a good track for him, based on obviously last year's performance, one of his stronger performances. And I expect him over most of the races in the second half of the season to have an edge over Oscar. But obviously, hopefully, it'll be close enough that there is some battles along the way.
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, one of the things that was kind of pointed out to me a lot is that Piastri wasn't that great at the tail end of last season. And now we're going into these tracks and he's got a 9-point lead. How much is that going to hold up for him? I think it's going to be probably the most interesting part of the second half, if I'm completely honest. But as long as the title fight is close, I don't care who wins. It's going to be cool either way. So for my pole position, I sound like an echo in this podcast, but I've also gone for Lando Norris. Like Bradley said, he had a really good round here last season. And I don't know, I'm just getting the vibes of Australia again from him in terms of his confidence. I feel like he truly believes again that he is the best driver on the grid. And whether that's true or not, I'll leave that up to you guys to decide. But yeah, I think he's got that confidence in him. And I think this first round back, he's going to come out swinging. And I don't think Oscar's going to have much for him.
Yeah, no, fair enough. I would just like to point out that someone, obviously, we do these live, someone watching has said that there's lots of weather about, so he's going for a Lewis pole. If Lewis Hamilton gets pole position at the 2025 Dutch Grand Prix, I now need to think of something. I will do something. Someone can decide that for me because I can't think of anything off the top of my head. So there we go. You
Well, there you
guys have
go.
fun with that.
If you guys can, for you guys watching, whatever platform you're on, get into whatever comment section there is, if there is one on that platform, and just drop suggestions, and I'll pick my favourite of the bunch, and we'll make Bradley do it if Lewis Hamilton gets pole.
We've had a live
So
suggestion of a hot tub stream, so you know.
it's a great first shout. I'll write it down. And yeah, if you see Bradley do a hot tub stream on twitch.tv/cheesegod61, you know who's got pole without even having to look. There you go. All right, we're now going to move on to Sunday, which is podium time. So, third to first, I've gone Max Verstappen in third. I know that car is woeful, but I just think he gets dragged around with his fans, and I feel like he can pull that car all the way back up the third. We'll see, but he's always done well around Zandvoort, and I think he really does enjoy when he's got the fans behind him, and I think he's going to do great this weekend. So watch this space. Second place, Oscar Piastri. That McLaren is rapid. Don't see that changing. Don't think he's going to have enough for Lando. Might get might get proved wrong here because Oscar has leveled up since last year, so maybe a bad round here last year doesn't actually mean too much. But yeah, P1 for me. I've obviously gone for Lewis Hamilton. I'm joking. Lando Norris. I am predicting a pole to a victory for him. Kind of Australia vibes. As I said, I've got Australia sort of feelings from this round, and I just think he's going to do great. So yeah, that is my podium. Bradley,
Yeah,
what have you
well, I mean,
got?
I'm just checking to make sure that I send my predictions to myself on my second account, so I have them written down to look back at, and obviously, so that I have to remember them, it's just there. I'm just making sure I haven't sent them to you by mistake, because I've
Oh
gone for the
god,
exact same podium, in the exact same order. I've gone Max
exact
third,
same
because
order.
it's Max at Zandvoort. He's going to have the
Mm.
home crowd behind him. I've gone for Oscar P2 because McLaren are good, and I've gone for Lando winning because I expect him to do better than Oscar.
And I can tell you now, everyone, best constructor, we've both got the same with McLaren. I don't have to check with Bradley on that one. We've said
No,
it every single round.
who's your driver of the day? I'm praying. I mean, a part of me wants you to say my name. Part of me also doesn't want you to.
I can tell you now, I did not pick Bradley Ralph for driver of the day, everyone. But I
Me on my
did
debut in the Alpine getting
on the
points.
LP.
Yeah, we will be there.
He's getting the plane tomorrow, everyone, I promise. Driver of the day for me, it's going to be Max Verstappen. I've gone for Max. I feel like he's either going to win the popularity vote or he's going to absolutely storm through the field for that third place. And there is no in between for me. I could see him doing a good qualifying. I don't know if that car's good enough over one lap to be up there, but I feel like Max can really make that difference in the race, and he'll end up in third no matter what, sort of thing. And I just see him getting that driver of the day because of it. So that is my choice. From the side, I'm assuming Bradley's actually got a different driver, which means there is actually going to be maybe some points changes this weekend.
No, there won't be. My logic was I don't expect the Red Bull to have great quali pace, but I know what Max is like in the race, so I expect him to storm through and take third.
Right, everyone, I promise you, right now, as much as Bradley sends his notes to himself, he did not send them to me. And my notes are firmly in my own OneNote. And I know for a fact we haven't seen each other's notes. We didn't talk about it beforehand. We have genuinely just been on the same wavelength
What is
this
going on?
weekend. And
I'm getting
it
horribly dark
means
bandwidth. Turn my light on.
it means this will be the calmest weekend for both of us as we don't have to worry about losing points in the prediction championship. Because we're going to get the same no matter what.
Yeah.
Watch this be the weekend, by the way, that we get the podium fully correct and it
Spot on.
doesn't
I will have
matter
a
because we both got
brilliant
the same.
weekend.
Watch this be the first double digit points weekend out of us that is in the sprint weekend. I can
Ah,
see it now. So with that bombshell, ladies and gentlemen, that is our predictions for the Dutch Grand Prix. Now, if you guys also in your notes wrote down the exact same stuff we did, let us know, because apparently it seems to be the common choice this week. I can't believe that. Honestly, that is
Oh,
insane.
that's a first. That is like we've had similar predictions before, but the exact same the whole way through. That's never
Nobody's
going to
going to
happen.
believe this though. Like, we've both turned up wearing Ferrari shirts. For our audio listeners, we're both wearing Ferrari shirts, and we've both come out saying the exact same thing. If he was wearing a Ferrari hat, this would be uncanny.
Mm.
This would be scary.
Don't worry, I'm just
Um,
wearing a hat of the actual goat instead.
he's wearing a Lance Stroll hat for our audio listeners, not the goat. Maybe a sheep. Close enough. Close enough.
I'll take a ram.
A ram.
Yeah.
I mean, he does normally ram into other people, so yeah, I could see it. I could see it. Anyway, we're not going to waffle on for another 10 minutes like we did at the start of this podcast. That is everything for this week. We're excited that F1's back. We hope you guys are excited as well. If you haven't checked out the TikTok, go check it out. We post so many memes. We're going to have clips, all of it. So if you haven't checked out the TikTok, go check it out.
Yes.
It is
It
Gouda
will, of
GP.
course, be more regular now that F1's back. I mean, we did be a bit more sporadic given the summer break and just, yeah, life.
We let our TikTok admin actually have a summer break. Like we
Love you guys.
I
You're the
did a
best.
YouTube stuff, so I couldn't do anything more. um, Bradley over here, poor Bradley, he had to try and think of a TikTok every day. So we let him off. We let him have his break because it's so hard to do TikToks when you've got nothing to talk about.
Don't
But
worry,
they
I'll be
will
back
be
with
more
more
regular.
Lando Norris strategy preference memes that I know the TikTok F1 community all loves after Zandvoort.
And there you go. And eventually we'll start getting some more games back in. We just need to find some more time. So yeah. Thank you guys so much for listening or watching. We hope you have a good day, and we will see you for our reactions to the Dutch Grand Prix next week. See ya.
Ciao.